Alright, Shalom Sharala. Before we go into this lesson, we give all honor, all glory, and all praises be to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. I pause one time. We give double honor to the apostles and prophets and elders of James Camp. Let the Lord's great millstone for the bring forth the 100% truth that have been currently edified under. Shalom to the elect, the tabernacle of David, and I'm Roberto Zaria coming through this lesson. Now, we don't go through urinary tract infection because one of our Jake or Akiams, a matter of fact, a beloved brother, a Malak, a situation where we are going to do our best to address it in a short space of time to provide the remedies directly and how you're supposed to use them at the end of the day. All right? But before we go into this is why we are here to provide remedies to prolong life. That scripture tells you to what? Honor a physician with the honor due unto him for the uses which he may have of him. For Yahweh had created him. So like one time immediately because we are at work. You might be hearing talk in the background, noise in the background. So like for that, I have not got any time to reach home as yet. We're still at work. So verse 2 it says, "For of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the King. It saith, the skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be in admiration." It says, "Yahweh had created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them." So directly, right here, as mentioned, this information that is provided to you, aside from the archon that is going to receive it, for the others that may have going through it or may have family members that may have been going through it or coming onto it, you can there are remedies for instant relief of what we know as urinary tract infection or pre-urinary tract infection. But let's get the information so you can understand more about it, right? So let's go into it. Which the question is urinary tract infection. It says urinary tract infection is an infection that affects any part of the urinary system, urethra, your bladder, your ureters, or kidneys. Most UTIs involve the bladder or the urethra. Common symptoms are burning or pain when urinating, frequent urge to urinate, even a little urine, cloudy, dark, or strong smelling urine, lower abdominal or pelvic pain, blood in the urine, pink or red, fever or chills, more common if kidneys are involved. It says back or side pain, possible kidney infection. It goes on to continue as it continues. Causes, which is bacteria, most commonly E. coli entering the urinary tract. Poor hygiene or wiping back to front, which happens to women especially. Holding urine for long periods. Sexual activities. Dehydration, diabetes or weakened immunity. Use of the catheters, so like, right? So the treatments are usually antibiotics prescribed by a healthcare provider. Drink plenty of water. Pain relievers if recommended by a doctor. Important, always complete the full course of antibiotics even if symptoms improve. When you see, okay, we don't have to go through all that, but let's go into it. When to see a doctor urgently: fever, chills, nausea or vomiting, severe back or side pain, blood in urine, symptoms lasting more than 2 to 3 days, UTIs in men or pregnant women or children. Prevention tips: drink plenty of water, don't hold urine too long, urinate after sexual activity, which is a very common important thing you're supposed to do. For those who don't know, it is important to urinate after sexual activities. This is very important because it removes any excess or any bacteria from the other person from continuing to enter into either your penis or your vaginal system, to be exact. Which is for those who don't know, this has been many herbalists would say the same thing. This is not a new thing, to be exact. But let's continue. It says avoid harsh soaps or feminine sprays. Wear bathable cotton or underwear, to be exact, right? So with that information provided, we now understand what UTI is and the symptoms and what could cause it, right? And what we could use to treat it. Now, when you go into the holistic aspect, there are herbs as quick that could provide a relief as fast as possible within one drink, and it will go away for the rest of your night and the next day and the next day. So let's go into it. First, let's get the remedies here, which are the basic remedies for your bladder infection or UTIs to be exact directly, which is bearberries, which is bok choy, which also includes burdock, very important. This is one of the most important herbs you could use for a symptom of situation like UTI, because the burdock root inhibits urination. It's actually a blood cleanser, a bacteria remover, and it removes it through your urine and through, of course, the other discharge of feces, but more so through your urine. This is why it's very important. Things like kidney infections or kidney issues are addressed with just burdock root alone. I'm saying it again. Things like UTI and kidney issues are directly addressed by just burdock root alone. I hope I didn't say that too fast. I hope it didn't go past your head. So as I say this is something you should take down for fast relief and for healthy kidneys. There are herbs that you use by itself. I'm going to call a few after this, right? But by itself, that easily remove things like urinary infections and kidney infections. Which let's continue. You have the cobeb, the echinacea, and golancy, which is used to fight off infections and increase your antibodies and strengthen the immune system. We have juniper berries. We have marshmallow, which increases acid of urine. We have uva ursa, which increases the acids of urine again. So this is a very important combination you would want to use, whilst your food intake should be broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, celery, collard greens, currants, endives, guava, very powerful, high in vitamin C, high in zinc, high in selenium, high in vitamin A and E, by the way, for those who don't know. And again, a lot of benefits. I'm talking about it cures a lot of diseases. So guava intake is going to be crucial. It goes on to as it continues: kale, lemons, parsley, peppers, spinach, tomatoes, turnip greens, watercress, watermelon. And I would also add one more to this, which is cranberries. Natural cranberries or natural cranberry juice. Unsweetened to be exact. So that is one combination we have thus far. I'm going to pause and get. And the other one which deals directly with the UTI as mentioned here, we are going to get also, which is bearberries, which we read before, bilberries, cat's tail, chaparral, very powerful for cleansing the kidneys and for getting rid of parasites and for cleansing your reproductive system of any STIs, by the way. It continues: chaparral, club moss, common lungwort. We also have couch grass, cranberries, as we mentioned, dandelion, perfect for your kidneys, perfect for kidney stones, perfect for your prostate, which are all blink as bladders, by the way, to remove these things. And it's also, for those who don't know, it's a calcification remover or breaker. It breaks down things like kidney stones or high calcium deposits in certain parts of your body. It melts it down till it becomes nothing. As long as you are doing the right thing with that particular herb, you have nothing to worry about with your kidneys or things like a prostate. Let's continue. It says duckweed, echinacea, again, fennel, golden rod, golden seal, horseradish, horsetail, juniper, lavender, leeks, lovage, maiden hair fern, mallow, marshmallow, organ grape, plantain, pulsatilla, red mulberries, reishi, Saw palmetto, another one that's perfect for all bladders, especially your prostate. Sheep sorrel, slippery M, also used as a remover and removes what you know as bacteria like E. coli, by the way. Exactly. Slippery M, by the way, like E. coli. Which is why it's a very important part for this particular remedy we have here. And the last one is usnea or usnea. As we go on to continue this is where I'm going to give some information concerning what we talk about concerning corn silk. So for those who don't know what the corn silk is, this is what is known as corn silk, the hair of the corns itself. They get some, these are usually free in any country that has plenty corn. They usually rip the skin off of the corn itself, bag them up, remove the hairs and dispose it. So before you could ask someone, we give them a bag and ask them if they could collect the hairs for you. They might even throw in the skin with the hairs. You could just do it yourself after, of course. But this is what corn silk is, all right? And as you can see here, somebody make corn silk. They use corn silk and they make of course, a tea. So it's simple, corn silk tea. They go into oil, and it says corn silk is a caffeine-free herbal infusion made from silky fiber stigmas of corn traditionally used for urinary and kidney health. So even in this, it's there provided for you. It even shows you how to make it. It says, let me finish reading it, okay? It says, and may help lower blood sugar and blood pressure due to antioxidants, though more human studies are needed, which it isn't, because I know 3 people that have recommended corn silk by itself when they're going through a bladder infection, even a urinary tract infection, and by the way, after 1 drink of the night, they passed it out and there was no pain, no more burning sensation whatsoever. This is why it is very important to get the people that have the experience in these things, because they can't go to somebody who is just reading a book verbatim and then when it comes to the experience aspect, they don't know how to apply these things to certain people. Because they might bypass this very same thing and say, nah, the humans, it didn't fully study this yet, so you know what, we're not going to use that. When we have witnesses of it working, I've yet to see it not work, by the way. Again, I've yet to see it not work, by the way. Let's continue. To make it, it says simmer fresh or dried corn silk in water for 10 to 15 minutes, right? Steep. So after you simmer, you take it off, steep, which is as it heat, you leave it to cool down, then you strain and serve hot or cold, optional, adding honey or lemon. My recommendation, forget the honey, add the lemon. That's all I can tell you. Or you could do it by itself. You could also use, which is my recommendation, coconut water as this is cooled down. You mix the coconut water with the corn silk water, and you make about a 2-liter bottle, half and half. And what you are going to be doing is you're drinking that for the whole day. When you're done, you get some spring water or some alkaline water. And when you drink that, I'm guaranteeing you this. Your symptoms is going to become so low you won't even realize you have it. No joke. This is not even, you wouldn't even realize you have it. So a quick key tip to fast removal or fast relief of urinary tract infections or bladder infections is corn silk, and you add coconut water to that and have nothing to worry about. If you want to do the triple threat, as I just call it, you add the cranberry juice unsweetened with your corn silk and your coconut water. You blend it together, you add it together, it's going to taste very good, because the cranberry have a little tangy sour taste when it's natural, but the coconut have a light sweet taste to it. Plenty electrolytes, and it cleanses your kidneys as well. So think about it. It's going to become a lovely drink, something that you may actually want to start drinking every day, because it does taste good, by the way. Triple threat, but that's for those who are serious about it, who want to get a nice taste at the same time while getting the health benefit. So let's continue. So you see, so you have the information right here. I'm showing you. Immediately, I'm showing you. So, right, so we have that right here. Let's go back. So then we have one more remedy to provide, which I always recommend with this corn silk treatment, there's a short part to the relief. You have to continue, by the way, the next day on a morning without food, without breakfast. You have to consume a cup of parasite detox water. Parasite detox itself, which is wormwood, black walnut, clove, the basics here, chaparral, blessed thistle, fennel, neem. And you can add golden seal and echinacea to it if you want a strong antibiotic with it, natural antibiotic with it. You add that. So you're drinking that in a morning. So like, I don't know who